So this is my update to add to the end of the first little video. I didn't go too crazy with recording everything that I did here. I mean, you get the gist of it. A lot of people don't want to see a full build, and I gotta speed up the video anyway just to get through it. Otherwise it's gonna be 2 hours long, because this is taking me days and days to do, and all the research I gotta do to figure out what parts I needed, and then what parts I ran into that I didn't know that I needed, and all that jazz. So I've been putting out teaser shorts, but I wanted to add this to the video because I got this far late last night. I threw on the body panels, the originals. It's basically the only thing original from the original Capra. So this is what I want to do, is put these pieces back on. I have some artsies and craftsies ideas I want to do with thin aluminum that I got coming. Be able to skin this, maybe add some skin and give it a little bit of contour. It's easier to see once the panels go on. Looks like something. But yeah, this is as far as I got. I got all the pieces in the other day. I was waiting for the proper gears to come, steel gears. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on that, because the ones that I ordered promised me they were a certain shaft diameter, hole size, and they lied. So I had to go back to the drawing board, and I just put the original gear from the original Capra in there, just so I can get it to run and do the things I need to do. There's gonna be more updates, more videos. I'll start shooting a little bit more as far as when I start to wire everything. I'm gonna get that all nice, neatly done. I still have to go in here. I gotta take this out, drill all my holes, grind this all out of where I want my wires to pop through. I'm gonna make this nice and clean, super clean. And then I gotta research some batteries, because I am gonna put a 4S, this motor, this castle, and go up to, it's 2S to 4S. So I wanna do a 4S, because I was running 3 before in the original. Do a 4S in here. I can only go about 1 1/8 over in order before it starts to rub, to be able to have it slide in there. Then what I'm thinking is, this time around, is I want to put a second battery, maybe a 2S or a 3S in here, just for the lights. I'm hardly ever going to probably be running this at night, unless I'm just shooting some random video. But I would like to put a separate battery in there. That way I don't have to worry about any of the power being robbed from or for the motors. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Got all this together late last night. Throughout the night, kept sneaking down here, trying to spend time with the new dog and my wife, and also being like, hey, I gotta sneak off down to the garage real quick and do a couple parts and pieces together. But I like these links, these Husky links I found off of eBay here. But they raise up the bar system for these links, the bottom links, and they don't hang down as much, because they used to rub when I had it sitting on this, and these ones don't. So it's supposed to be a higher thing, more ground clearance, and all that jazz. There's still some finishing touches I still got to do. I'm trying to think, besides the wiring and then doing the body panels, but I gotta also get this 2 servos working together. I'm gonna link them together and then put them in one of the Futaba ports slots. So I'm hoping that'll work, because I've never done this before. I'm pretty sure if I put them in parallel with each other, they should run off the same thing. But it's gonna be a test, because this is my first time doing this. I'm going to test it with them both working together full time, and then I'm also going to put it on there where I make it a special button in order to make the rear steer happen. That way it stays locked in straight, and I could just steer with the fronts. We'll see. This isn't going to be a land speed vehicle. This is just strictly trying to climb some crazy stuff. Now, we're going to do a weight comparison between the old one and the new one, because this one is definitely up there in weight. I had it at 3 pounds before I did this whole suspension system with the axles. So I'm hoping that I'm under what they say 7.5 is what this motor, this Castle motor, can handle. But the way I have it geared, I mean, it's just kind of stock gearing anyway, but the way it's geared, it should be fine with carrying this weight. And I'm curious to see too, with having all this weight, and you can see the front end is a little heavy. But the more the front end's heavy, the more the front it will dig in when you're trying to climb. Is my theory, is what I've been thinking, and what I'm pretty sure most of these rigs in real life happen to be. But when we have all the weight towards the back, the front's too light in order for those tires to dig in. So I'm kind of curious. I'm hoping that'll work, even with the 2 batteries up here. Because I was also thinking about maybe putting the other smaller battery back here for the lights, so I can kind of spread it out. Spread it out! But we'll see. We'll see. Curious to see how all this will work. I got the new aluminum horn pieces coming off of East Bay, and then put those on and lock that in place. And yeah, still some more work to do to this thing, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So stay tuned for video part 2, and stay tuned for all my teaser shorts, if anyone cares to watch. I think this is coming out pretty well. I'm pretty jammed up on it here. That's pretty nice. Oh yeah, with this one panel, I was going to set this over the top, this XO, and have this sitting over top, but I think instead of having to cut through the hood for this to pop through, I think I'm just going to keep it underneath, and this could just be an XO. Skeletano. But it's easy access. Slide these 2 pins out, or this 1 pin, and you can open that whole thing up, get to the batteries right away. So yeah, and then this whole fuel cell in the back here, this all had to be built. These are all individual screws, and I found this on eBay there. So this is all metal pieces, everything that I had to do, and I hope they all stay in there. I put some goop on the opposite side because I didn't feel like doing it as I was putting it in there. It was just too tiny. So we'll see how all this works. But I like it. I like it so far. I think it looks dope. I got some buggy lights coming still, but I'm not sure they're gonna work. I got these. Let's see here. Got these off of eBay. Let's move this back a little bit. Got these off of eBay, and I like them because they're pod lights. Look definitely sick, you know, on top. Pod lights, and they got the hella stickers that go over the lens caps. I mean, that would be looking, it'd just make it look super sweet. The only problem is their size screw that they send does not fit in there. None of them. And I already ordered another set just to have for the next crawler, if I ever get one, which I probably will, is that I gotta find different screws now. So I think their product, when it came to that, is weak, and I'm gonna let them know, because I think that's BS. I mean, it wasn't super expensive, but if you're gonna sell an idea, you better make sure that it's the right. It didn't come in this, by the way. If you're gonna sell an idea, you better make sure it's right. I mean, you gotta at least make it work. I mean, even if it's cheap, that's fine, but you still gotta make it fucking work, you know? The other thing is, too, is I am gonna rebuild this. The original. Now, the only reason why it's apart is because I started modifying this back during the COVID era. And at that time, I was like, I'm not gonna sink my money into this. I'd rather spend the extra money and start building my RC collection further than dumping money into each individual thing that I was buying at the time, which I started off with the DBXL E and then this guy. Those were my first two. And the Lucy DBX build is coming soon to this channel, near a click near you. So anyway, I was gonna buy the original OEM parts. I have everything for them. I just need a new one of the base, because I think I threw that out after I got the KYX one. That's on that now. But I'm gonna redo this, and that way I have two crawlers. I mean, there's really no reason not to use this. It still works. I'm not going to upgrade anything on it. I'm just going to put it all back together. Maybe the wife can use it while we go out RCing. I don't have to worry about it falling down a mountain. That's probably like 5 feet tall. So, and I want to do a weight comparison too. I want to put this all together, weigh this, weigh that, and then you can see the difference. But I mean, you see the difference already. I mean, I think that's pretty dope. Super excited about this. And I think also too, besides buying something next and modifying it, is just maybe start off and buy a rig and then start from the ground up, buy my own axles. I mean, I don't know all about it, but this is what I want to get into a little bit further, is some of these crawlers in the future, and I think they're fun. I love my 5th scale stuff. I think 5th scale rules the RC kingdom, but building a real legit rig is pretty cool too. I mean, pretty excited. So stay tuned. I appreciate everyone taking a look, and come back for more if anyone's interested, and I don't know. Have a happy Sunday. Peace.